Hi, this is Paul Gazy, and this is a quick video on the stages of Kundalini awakening. I'm in my 6th year of Kundalini awakening, and I have decided to start making videos because of the way in which other videos that have been made by other people were so helpful to me when I was going through the stages. Um, and I must say that I'm now in the stage that the books describe as sushumna. That's the, the books describe as sushumna. Most of the things that have been described are not exactly as it is when it happens, when it occurs. And I think it is now that I'm beginning to understand the stages I went through. It is now that the things I went through is beginning to become meaningful to me. And so I want to start sharing them so that if someone out there is going through these challenges, he might find maybe some of the things I say helpful. Okay, so this is going to be a very short one. This is going to be an introductory one, and then maybe later I'm going to slowly take time to speak about the various stages and details one by one. But I'll say that first of all, the Kundalini started working on my physical body. I had no idea then that I even had a Kundalini awakening, and suddenly I had started exercising and eating rightly, and I was not even eating salt. I was not drinking sodas and stuff like that, and I changed completely physically, and uh, and from the physical stage, it came to the mental stage. I call it the mental body. Suddenly, my mind became very loud, and that was the most difficult stage. I refer to that stage as hell. The mental stage. I It was hell, and so many thoughts ran through my head during that period. In fact, all I wanted to do was to be asleep because being awake was very tortureful. And I'm going to speak about that in detail later. But now I'm just going to run through the stages as the Kundalini took me. And I'm very sure this the order in which almost everybody is going to go through, even though maybe the experiences you're going to have might be different, but the order, if it's a Kundalini awakening, I'm very sure you're going to go through the same order. So after the mental stage, which was the worst of all the stages, that's when your mind becomes as loud as playing a loud music, and I've realized that the mental body and the emotional bodies are very much connected. Everything you think, you begin to feel, and you can imagine yourself. I mean, constantly stimulating, agitating emotions, and this lasted for about 2.5 years. You can imagine. You can imagine. Then came the emotional stage, which was nice and was painful as well. It was like heaven and hell. It was there were very nice moments in the emotional stage, and as I said, I'm going to talk about them in detail, and then came the energy body. That's what I see. So we had the physical body, the 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 mental body, then it came to the emotional body, then it came to the energy body. And the the emotional and energy body lasted for 2.5 years. Also, the physical body just lasted for 1 year. Okay, then now I'm in the stage where the books describe as sushumna. There's a stage of the spiritual body. Okay, this is the time where the mind begins to become silent. Okay, and the books describe this as blaze, and the blaze and stuff like that. I realize that is a result of the energy connecting with the crown chakra. I mean, I know most of you who are gonna watch these videos are gonna have some idea about chakras and stuff like that, so I'm not going to go into detail describing those things. But I've realized that it's a time that the energy begin to connect with the crown chakra, and I've realized that there's a silent part in the brain. Okay, so this is a time where even when there's thought, you're always aware of a background of silence, and it is a very restful and relaxed stage. Okay, I've not been in this stage for too long, but I mean things have become. I've started to become clear. All that I went through has started to become clear. So I just want to start putting video out there. If you have any question, I might tell you. But what I can say for a fact is that it's not an easy journey. It's if you can go through a kundalini awakening, you you can go through anything in life. I mean, if you can go through a kundalini awakening, some kind of confidence comes into you, and you begin to feel that no one can stand you. The inner journey is the most stunting journey that any person can undertake, and I I didn't deliberately lift my kundalini. I had no idea that there was something called kundalini, and it was when I was in the mental stage that I realized that from reading books that something called kundalini has been awakened. Even when I was in the physical stage, I started reading books, and I became interested in the word kundalini, and I always sat in meditation, trying to lift that energy up. I didn't know it was already lifted up. So, as I said, I'm going to make details of the stages, of the various stages. But now, I don't know if you're aspiring to lift your kundalini. I just say good luck. But looking at what you got to go through, I mean, it's. I mean, in the end, at least where I am now, it's just so nice, so peaceful, and you know, people begin sensing it. I don't know how they just know you're different. When you get to the stage of the sushumna, but from the beginning all the way up to the last stage, which was the energy body, man, no one wants to be around you. No one wants to be around you. And it's been 6 years of a life like that. And now everybody wants to rush and get close to you. And so I'm going to talk about that in detail. As I said, you can ask me a question and I'll be very, very glad to answer. I'm doing this because of how helpful other videos on the YouTube was to me, especially Angel Star. Angel Star, yeah, the Angel Star Creations. You know, her videos were so helpful to me, and some enlightened people like Sadhguru, Mujiji, Adyashanti. I've never met them, but their videos were so helpful at every stage. So thanks for watching, and hope to hear from you. Thank you.